Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know the count, man. We back again with another In the Car Chronicles. Y'all already know what we do on this channel, man. First and foremost, man, we stay out the way over here, man. Period, man. And y'all already know what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to go turn this video up like the rest of them, man. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. What? I'm gonna call this story right here First Time for Everything. Crazy situation, man, but we are on census for this story, man. But I can remember being in 4C for this one, y'all. And this is at a time, man, kind of like I end up touching a little bit of the Hardee's chicken, man. Not because I wanted to, man. It was kind of like, it really fell in my lap. But it kind of just came my direction. But I had just went to the hole in 3D. So I'm in the hole for a while, man. Before I went to the hole, man, I was dealing with a dude that I used to do business with in one building, man. Now, this particular guy, man, he was from New York, but he ended up bagging a CO that was down in one building. And he was making it happen. But just like everybody else, when they get a roller, like I be telling y'all in all the stories, they always go down. So bro had a good run. You know what I mean? Bro had a good run. He was actually getting his own package, and he was middleman in the package. Like, he was one of the first dudes I seen do that. Like, I might have mentioned this in another story, but like, this is around this whole time right here when I was dealing with this guy. But it wasn't like I was dealing with him. It was just that I was grabbing from him. I was doing a little business with him, man. By the time I got out the hole, he had owed me a zip of Lala. So I wasn't even tripping. Like, I knew bro had me. You know what I mean? Like, I went to the hole. I was back there for a while. I wasn't going nowhere. He wasn't going nowhere. So I already knew I was going to get my payment of what he owed me. You know what I mean? Like, this was an honorable guy I'm talking about. So when I got out the hole, man, they put me in 4C. So when I got in 4C, man, like for real, like I'm looking around the pod. I see it was kind of like slightly heavily populated with a lot of dudes from the R. You had the red team in there. You had some scattered dudes from Norfolk, Newport News, Portsmouth. A lot of dudes was in the block. You know what I mean? I knew a few of the dudes. I knew a lot of the dudes that was in the block. I knew dudes from Norfolk that was in there. So I was straight. I was just happy to get out the hole. So like, I'm just in the joint, man. I'm trying to like find my way. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't really trying to come in there and take over. I wasn't on none of that type of time. Like, I'm coming in a pod where dudes already got motion going on. There's dudes in there, the dude from Richmond getting the dog food. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the Lala rolling around from somebody in here. So I wasn't even tripping. So it was this one dude named Shawn though, man. Like, I remember this dude, Shawn. Like, I met him in the hole when I first went to the hole the first time. You know what I mean? But I like, me and him would do business all around the compound. Now, he done been in a lot of buildings. Shawn was one of those dudes, man, like for real, man. He loved the Lala. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. He would kind of like, he was the type of dude that he'll keep, like when I knew him, when I used to see him in 2 building, like when he was in 2 building, he kept like a little crew with him. And his little crew would be like a little Lala crew, man. Like, they all would do Lala. They ain't trying to hustle the Lala. They just do the Lala, play dominoes, chill, stay out the way. It used to be 3, 4. That's all they used to do. Every time you see them, they messing with the Lala or they chilling. They ain't getting into nothing else. So Shawn was somebody that I used to always do business with. I done sold Lala to Shawn before. So I already knew who Shawn was, man. And I definitely knew that he loved the Lala. So when I saw that he was in this pod, I already knew the Lala got to be floating around if Shawn is in this pod, because he's a Lala head. He loves the Lala. So I wasn't even tripping. So when he saw that I was in the block, he didn't even see me when I first came in there. When he finally saw I was in the block, he pulled up on me and asked me that I had some Lala. I'm like, man, I just got out the hole, man. He was like, oh, my bad. I thought you might have moved over here. I said, bro, I've been in the hole for the last 2 months, bro. He was like, for real? He was like, I ain't even know you been in the hole. I ain't been seeing you, man. I'm like, bro, I've been in the hole a minute, bro. So like, me and him talked for a minute. He kind of filled me in like, yeah, this be happening, that be happening, this be happening, that be happening. You know what I mean? He was like, but for the most part though, man, you know what I mean? He was like, the Lala be jumping. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try to get some Lala in a minute, man. I was like, man, I gotta wait on my homeboy, man. You know what I mean? In one building, he owed me some Lala. I was like, when that come through, You know what I mean? I was like, look, you trying to work? You know what I mean? I was like, you trying to, I'm trying to get somebody to pump some feezies or whatever. You trying to work? He was like, yeah, I'm trying to work. And for real, he was away from his old crew, but he had a whole new other crew. He had a couple of other dudes he used to be with like all the time while we in 4C. You know what I mean? So he was like, he was cool with rocking the feezies when I get it. You know what I mean? So me and him discussed that. After a while, we chill. So I go back to the cell. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do when I get all this la because I already know bro got me. I just ain't see him yet. I'm just getting out the hole, you know what I mean? So I just was being patient, man. I knew my time was gonna come. All I had to do was just wait till I see bro the next day, y'all. So boom, next day roll around. I couldn't wait for breakfast on everything. I get up, I'm up early, brush my teeth, got myself together. You know what I mean? I go to breakfast. When I go to breakfast, I see my man that's in one building that work the kitchen. There's always somebody that work in the child hall. You know what I mean? They got two sides of the child hall. There's always gonna be an inmate working in there. He got the white jumpsuit, the white uniform on. You know what I mean? With the hairnet on his beard or his head or whatever. There's always somebody in there. So I see my man that's in one building. So I let him know, like, look, bro, hey, look, I give him the kite. I'm like, yo, get this to bro. You know what I mean? Tell him, you know what I mean? Tell him I just got out the hole and shit, man. Tell him I said, holler at me, man. Because the whole time I was back there, I've been hearing about how good he's been doing. You know what I mean? Like, but I already know he's the type of businessman. Like, he ain't going to try to break his neck to straighten me while I'm in the hole, which he don't supposed to anyway, because I probably wouldn't have done that. But I already know, like I say, bro was going to play fair. You know what I mean? So I give him the kite, explain everything. You know what I mean? He was like, bet. He was like, doing the part next to him. He going to go, you know what I mean? Make sure he deliver the joint. So I probably had to wait till like lunchtime. After lunchtime, I still ain't hear nothing. But when lunchtime came, my man who I gave the kite, he wasn't even working in the child hall no more. So I didn't see nobody, you know what I mean, that I was supposed to get information from. But we had rec at 2 o'clock right after the lunch. So I go outside for the first time. I ain't been outside in a minute. I'm hollering at everybody. Yo, we said, what's good? I'm like, yeah, what's good? I see somebody calling me, the yard man calling me. He like, hey, he trying to get my attention. I look through the gate. He like, hey. He pointed like way down there. Like I'm on yard 2. Cause I'm in 4 building. He's in yard 1, which is on the same. We on the same, like we're on the same design yard, but he's on that side of the yard. I'm on this side of the yard. You know what I mean? But it's far, but like I can still see him. You know what I mean? So I look. It's a dude on the gate. I see the white do-rag. He got the do-rag on. I look. I see bro. I'm like, oh, that's bro. I'm like, yo, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good? I know he can't hear me. I see the yard man coming. Yard man coming my way. Coming my way. He get closer. He look. I saw him see if the lady that be like walking the little booth joint, you know what I mean, that be holding the hammer. I see him try to pan to see where she was at. He walked past. He looked. He stopped, and he jump through the gate. I get the jump. I could tell the size of the paper that this wasn't my payment. You know what I mean? But like I'm just getting out the hole. It's a process to what needs to be done. So I get the kite immediately. I open it up and read it. You know what I mean? Read the kite. Yo, bro, listen, I got you, bro. Look, wait the next week, you a lock. You know what I mean? Everything's still smooth, bro. You know I won't go forget about you, man. Business is business. I got you. But look, let this hold you down. I open up another piece of paper. It was like a spoon. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, bro, look down. I open the joint up. I'm like, yes. Because I ain't had no la-la in a little minute, y'all. Y'all already know I get la-la sick. I get la-la sick after a while, man. So I ain't had no la-la in a minute. So I was happy. Like, he didn't send me what he owed me, but I was still happy, man, that he sent me something, y'all. So boom. I went back to the cell happy, man. I went up there, went in my cell, sat down, waited for them to count. You know what I mean? Right before they counted, I rolled up. As soon as they left, I spot the jank. You know what I mean? My roommate don't even mess with the la-la. I was like, oh my God, it's my lucky day. I thought he messed with the la-la. Like, this is only my second day in the cell with him. He said, he don't mess with the la-la. I said, what? Punish that la-la to the face. That's my word. Doors open up. I'm in cell 42. Where I sleep at over there in that little corner area, man, that whole joint was litty. I had that whole joint lit, incense burning, but it don't even matter. It's lit over there. So I come out. So when I step out, I look. I see Shawn. Shawn standing there. Shawn was a funny dude, like a little brown-skinned dude. You know what I mean? He was like around my age, but he was a la-la head, man. For real, the man belonged in the movie Half Baked, man. Like, he belonged in that movie, man. He was a half-baked type of guy. I come out the cell. I'm about to walk. I got to walk a little bit of distance to get to, not a little bit of distance. The steps ain't too far from me, but I'm walking towards the steps. And when I'm lit off the la-la light, I'm trying to duck everybody. Like, I think everybody else ain't lit, so I'm going to put on a face that maybe I'm thinking is regular. So I come down the steps looking regular. I'm like, I come down the steps. As soon as I come down the steps, I look. I see Shawn. Shawn like, I'm walking down the steps. He like, I'm like, yo, bro, what's up, man? I'm trying to hold my laughing. I'm like, well, what's up, man? He like, where that, Weezy? Come on, T-Weezy, where that? where that now? I don't want to have to go through this, man. Come on, man. I'm like, so it's like, it's funny because this is him. This is what he do. You know what I mean? Like, he demand answers for the la in a friendly way, not in a way that he gonna get you in trouble. He know better than that, but just it's just like he trying to loosen you up, pause, just so he can make his purchases. Pause, like, that's what he doing. So he like, where that T-Weezy, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Sell me a fee. I'm like, look, bro, calm down. Dude's like, yo, you got something? I'm like, yeah, I ain't got a lot, though. You know what I mean? Now I'm lit. I'm like, I ain't got a lot. You know what I mean? He like, yo, look. So I'm like, look, man, come back to my cell. So I go ahead to sell. I said, look, bro, this 3 Feezies, bro. I said, look, I want freaking $10 a piece and one on for you, bro. You owe me $10 store day. He was like, good luck, good luck. We was going to the store that following Wednesday. Now, y'all know I ain't been to the store yet, so he already know I need this. So he was cool with that. He was like, all right, good luck, good luck. He dapped me up. You know what I mean? He slid. Bro went downstairs. I seen him holler at a couple people from different cities. Whoever got the lucky Feezy got the lucky Feezy. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I go. It wasn't nothing in there at the particular moment. So he did his thing. You know what I mean? Left me alone. So I'm chilling. So I'm just waiting on next week, to be honest with y'all, man. So, like, my swag is basically like, man, I'm good, man. I got my property. I don't really need no grub. I don't need none of that. So, sale chilling and we in the jump, man. See the police come to bro sale. Now, Shawn slept down. Bro, Shawn slept under me, like, downstairs. Like, I was in 42. He was probably, like, in 17. So his cell was under mine. But when the door opened, you hear the dudes, the slide open up. Police come walking in. 2 COs. They come in the pod. When they walk in, they walking like they about to come up the steps. You know what I mean? Y'all know I got the la. I'm like, so I'm at the door, I'm looking, I'm like, I know they ain't about to come up here, man. They were about to get to the steps and they just kept straight. And then they went under our cell. So they under the joint for a minute. So my homeboy he on the back wall, so I can look out my door and I'm like, bro, who they messing with? He was like, I was like, oh, Shawn. He was like, bro, owe me $30, man. I'm like, man, Lord, man. I'm like, this is crazy, man. This is nuts. So I'm just at the door looking mad. Cause I'm like, man, I just made a play with bro. Now he about to dip. He about to go to the hole. Like, this is crazy, man. Why Shawn? But I didn't take him to be that type of guy, man. I've been knowing bro for a while on the camp. You know what I mean? I ain't taking him to be on no dude that'll run with the bread. So sitting there, just watching the door. I look. I see his celly. They handcuff his celly. They take his celly out. I'm like, man, they about to get Shawn. Police leave out. I'm like, Shawn ain't leave. I'm looking like, man, Shawn ain't leave out. I look up. I seen Shawn taking his box taking his celly box, I guess, to the office. So he's walking the box to the office. He's walking the box. So when he turned back around, he's facing, you know what I mean, where my cell is at on the top. So I look. I'm like, hey, Shawn, you good? He said, my celly. I said, man, that's crazy, man. But long as I knew Shawn was good, I was good, y'all. So, boom, I ain't give a damn about that. No, you hear me? Long as Shawn was good, that's all that mattered. So I felt good, you know what I mean? I chilled. I'm like, yes. So when we come back out, that's when he explained. He like, yo, man, Celly was in the shower being the number one stunner. The number one. He was in there being the number one stunner, man. That's word, man. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. He was in there doing this. So sometimes you get a secret indictment. Sometimes it comes later, but it's definitely a lockup charge. So he said when the police came, he was trying to talk his way out of it. Shawn was trying to talk him out of it, trying to save him, and they couldn't save him. You know what I mean? They was trying to get the lady. They said only way they can save him is the lady take the charge back. The lady didn't want to take the charge back, man. The lady sent him to the Bing game. So his celly was out of there. His celly was out of there, man. So I was like, this is crazy, man. You know what I mean? Shawn's celly gone. I was just happy Shawn made it. So Shawn happy that he dolo. You know what I mean? He happy that he in there dolo. He feeling good. Next thing you know, this man wanted to sell not one day. He didn't even do 24 hours dolo. Promise you. Slide the door open, look up. They bringing intakes in the building. So it's 2 intakes standing outside in the hallway, but we only got room for 1. You know what I mean? So we look and see the intake. You know what I mean? See him coming in? It was a white dude, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. White dude that look a little green in the face, man. He had just looked like, you know, like not only young, we all was young. You know what I mean? But he just kind of looked like he was like young and green. So it made him look younger. So like he's coming in, regular white dude, had the little blonde hair, kind of skinny, about my height. You know, he didn't look like he was scared, but he still just looked green. You know what I mean? It's the difference between not being scared, but you looking green. Don't look like none of those things, man, if you ever got to come to prison, man. But that's how he looked. So he come in, I see bro looking, bro pull up on him. You know what I mean? I see Shawn pull up on him. Shawn start talking to him. Shawn help him take the stuff to the cell. So Shawn take his stuff to the cell. You know what I mean? Come back. So they get their stuff together. Probably about 30 minutes later, I look, Shawn pull up on me. He was like, hey, Weezy, look, man, let me get another Feezy, man. I was like, for what? He was like, man, because my celly messed with the la-la. I'm like, man, you already about to get him off the la-la, bro? Like, he just me, been in the cell 10 minutes. He was like, man, he messed with the la-la, though, man. He was like, man, he say he got a couple dollars, though. His people's got a little money and stuff, man. I was like, he told you that already? He was like, yeah. I was like, I ain't really got no Feezy, bro. I was like, bro, I just got, you know what I mean? I was like, my man about to hit me off Monday, though, bro. I said, look, this be patient, man. He was like, look, they got some. He was like, well, look, buy some from the dude in 4D. He was like, the dude in 4D got some such and such from Richmond. Got some. I'm like, for real? I said, what do you want? He was like, man, look, I'm just trying to get some. He said, bro, if you get some, he said, you know, I can sell it to him to store that. He was like, cause he made it in time to fill out the bubble sheets. So he said, you know, he can, you know, he put it together. So I'm like, that's what's up. So I make the play with the dude in 4D. I spend $20 with him. You know what I mean? He sent it to me. I got a little bit of la-la. I get one in Shawn. You know what I mean? I sell one in Shawn, because Shawn told me he gonna pay me $15 for just one. You know what I mean? Just so he can get one for his roommate. So I ain't even gonna lie, through all the midst of this and how Shawn's trying to finagle this Feezy and trying to get me to buy and saying his celly did this and that, like immediately, y'all know I'm a psycho, man. When Shawn came to my cell to get the Feezy, I looked at him, I was like, yo, Shawn, you straight? He was like, what? I was like, he's good. I'm like, he's like, bro, why you looking at me like that, bro? I was like, what? He was like, I was like, oh shit. I was like, snapped out of it. I was like, what you mean? He was like, what you mean, bro? Like, what's up? I'm like, oh, nah. I just had to make sure something was straight. He was like, I was like, all right, that's what's up, man. He was like, look, when you get that la-la, holler at me, man, because he'll spend the money. I'm like, all right, man, I got you. He was like, he slid, you know what I mean? So everything was straight with him. He dipped off. So I get another kite from my bro in one building. He sent me the kite. I get the kite. I'm like, yo, he like, look, I need you to come to church. You know what I mean? He was like, look, I was supposed to get the jump from on Monday. You know what I mean? Now Sunday, he like, bro, I need you to come to church. Meet me at church, bro. And I gotta holler at you, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, man. Like, I really didn't like going to church, man. Like, no offense against church, but church just, everybody that shakes, rattle, and roll be at church, man. Like, no offense. I ain't trying to be funny. Ask anybody, man. But a lot of shake, rattle, and rollers be up there, man. So I try, that be their meeting spot. So I try to stay away from there. But I gotta go up there this time, man. So I go meet bro. You know what I mean? I had to sit in through the service, everything, man. Bro sat beside me. He tell me straight up, though, man. It was bad news, but it was good news. But he told me straight up. He was like, look. He was like, man, Weezy, look, man. He was like, look, don't be mad, bro. He was like, man, but look, I ain't gonna be able to get no la-la, bro. He said, the la-la over with for right now, bro. She ain't bringing no la-la. I'm like, what? He like, man, she ain't bringing no la-la, bro. I said, bro, you gotta be joking, bro. I said, so what? You just gonna give me my $300 back? He was like, I really don't want to. He was like, but I call you up here to holler at you and let you know that, you know what I mean? I can give you this. I'm like, what's this? He was like, 4 grams. I was like, this 4 grams of Hottie's chicken? I felt the joint. The joint was like, I was like, you gonna give me 4 grams of Hottie? I was like, bro, he was like, man, you might be able to find some la-la with that. He was like, but for real though, bro, that's way more than enough that I owe you for real though, bro. He said, off that zip, you probably was gonna make probably about what, 600? He said, you gonna make 1,000 off that, bro. Guaranteed. I was like, I started thinking, I'm like, man, like for real though, I might really do need to use this Hottie's chicken, man. Like real talk, like this junk makes sense slightly, man. I started doing the math in my head. Like I just blacked out and started calculating. I was like, and he talking, he like, yeah, bro, you can flip it, bro. And I'm like, where is he? I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, hey, yeah. I'm like, yeah, bro. Yeah, good luck. I'll take that. He was like, look at you. Look. I was like, damn right, bro. Shit. I said, nigga, I know you ain't called me down here for nothing. I know you had something for me, though. He was like, yeah, you know I had something. You know what I mean? I was like, I knew it, bro. I was like, but look, it's all good, bro. Like, I don't really need shit. I said, I just like messing with the la-la. Like, personally, it ain't about the money all the time. I said, it's about the money. I was going to get off that, but I just like messing with the la-la. He was like, you good. So he give me the jumps. I slide. I mean, I get back to the building. Damn, as soon as I walk back in the building, who waiting right there at the door like this? Shawn, he like, what you got, Weezy? What you got? I'm like, man, get out of here with that shit, man. I'm like, I get up the steps, I'm like, I hit the steps, I'm like, Elmer 42! He went the long way. Then he started coming down the tier. My door opened up, he walked to the jump nice and calm, like he won't like alerting nobody. He got to my cell. He was like, hey, Weezy, what's up, man? I know you got something. Man, I told you. He was like, look, let me holler at you. I'm like, what? He was like, look, man, my roommate, man. He was like, look, man. He was like, man, the man, people's got money, man. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he from Roanoke, bro. He was like, his people's got a business. You know what I mean? He was like, man, he ain't here for some idiot stuff, man. For real, man. He messed up at the other spot. They sent him to Sussex 2 to complete his last 2 years, you know what I mean? Because he messed up, keep catching dirty urines, you know what I mean? He was like, but he got money, bro. He trying to buy all the la-las possible, bro. I'm like, man, look, bro, I hear you, bro, and I wish I could do it. I said, but I got bad news, though. He was like, what? I said, bro, I got Hardy's chicken. He was like, what? I was like, man, I got Hardy's chicken, man. That's all I got. He was like, you got Hardy's chicken? I was like, yeah. He was like, shh. Hey, look. Hey, Weezy, don't tell nobody this. I'm like, what? He was like, man, sometimes I mess with the Hardy's chicken. Word. I was like, what? He was like, man, sometimes I mess with the Hardy's chicken. He had a little dumb smirk on his face. I'm like, oh, you mess with the Hardy's chicken, bro? I didn't know you mess with the Hardy's chicken, my nigga. He was like, I mean, you know, like, it's big purchases with that, so I try not to, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? My roommate might mess with it. I'm like, man, your roommate ain't gonna mess with this shit. I said, man, that nigga ain't never mess with no Hardy's chicken. He was like, no, he ain't never mess with it. I said, so, bro, listen. I said, man, let's just try to trade and get some la-la, bro. Just be patient, bro. I said, whatever we get, we gonna sell them half. This is what it is. He was like, man, nah, bro, like, I might want to try the Hardy's chicken, Weezy. Let me try the Hardy's chicken. He was like, if I like the Hardy's chicken, he might do it. I'm like, man, that man never done no Hardy's chicken. He was like, man, listen, look at me, Weezy. I'm like, what? He was like, it's the first time for everything.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.